shit hurt, bro. Like, I don't have no type of say so, and I keep getting this word thrown around like this.
Wait, hold on. So, your last resort for getting your child, for having access to your child, is to go on the internet? This is your last resort.
How you don't have been to court? How you know that? Court takes months. And that's if he gets custody. Look at examples of how many go and ask for court. I mean, you're believing the same people who lied about dads abandoning their kids in the first place. Believing the people lie, and now you're believing them lying about their dad never asked for custody. Admit your very perception of reality, your own memories, depend on female validation. You're very...
Last resort in your mind is going to the fucking internet. Oh, okay.
I don't give a fuck if this make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like, I don't care if this make me look childish. If I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever the fuck, I don't.
And that's the problem. That's the problem right off the bat. You want to take your son when you want to take your son. You want to be able to come in and pick him up when you want to pick him up. If you wanted that, you should stay with the mama.
How you know he's the one who left? 80%, and the vast majority of divorces are filed by women. See how we flip moral goalposts? First the lie was men abandoned their kids, and when Red Pill exposed the lie, we fully abandoned it just to not blame women. Not to hold women accountable. The title of your life is Accountable is Only for Men. If accountability only goes one way, unless both sides hold themselves to their own standards, accountability is just submitting to power. You're tired of $1 million industry appealing to female narcissism, female group narcissism, and shifting blame and not holding women accountable. Entire speech about it.
It is literally impossible to be a woman. It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're, like, we have to always be extraordinary. But somehow we're always doing it wrong.
That's what you say about men, that's men.
You have to be thin, but not too thin. And
you mean healthy?
You want to be thin, be healthy, but also you have to be thin.
So you're saying women make bad reports, bad doctors. They don't understand the concept of health, and that's too emotional, strange to them. Not true, a lot of good doctors are women, but...
You have to be thin, but not too thin. And then you want to be healthy, but also you have to have money, but you can't ask for money.
That's men! The fact that you literally men change for money. You're projecting again. Since when have women ever had money? You're blaming men for the effect of feminism now.
You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean.
Feminism.
You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being all the damn time. You have to have bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining.
You just the last few minutes of your speech was blaming men for the stuff you fought for.
Be grateful, but never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also tempt them too much or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be a part of the sisterhood, but always that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful.
Conspiracy fake stories again? How is the system rigged? I mean, Red Pill points to laws that actually exist, and how we flip moral goalposts. Your very reality depends on their validation, your very existence.
You have to never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never...
That's your attempt to destroy male ego, and...
Never show off, never be selfish, never fall down,
that's men.
Never show fear,
that's men.
Never get out of line. It's too hard, it's too contradictory, and no...
So you're just pathetic.
But he gives you a medal or says, thank you, and it turns out...
There's so many videos saying it's the bare minimum for men, or men don't deserve an applause for doing that. You keep projecting. This whole speech is projection.
It's too hard. It's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault.
Projection. This whole speech is projection.
I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself into knots so that people will like us. Is also true for a doll. Just
Well, 3 out of every 4 homeless is a man, and after Red Pill exposed the lie that men have just abandoned their kids, the moral goalpost completely flipped. Well, though Dad just loves you because he's too narcissistic and egotistic, he doesn't appreciate what he has. Flipped to, and after the truth came out, it flipped and take accountability for lying, accountable for forcing lying to their kids, all the psychological damage they put their kids through. At least holding this up to their own standards, they blame men for abandoning them. They flipped it.
Or I thought the guy was just, but he's an asshole, dude. He doesn't show up for his own kid's birth. What? He's working instead? And maybe you could chalk that up to like fucking bullshit working conditions in Japan, like having to work insane hours. But if he didn't do anything for her, have you thanked her for taking care of the house every day? Have you shown her any sort of fucking appreciation? Hello? Like, have you? I don't know about flowers for the wedding. I mean, like, I don't really get flowers, but I get things for Diana,
Does Diana show you the Joe White appreciation for paying for the house? Or did you consider it the bare minimum?
Nice, something sweet. You thank him, you're grateful, and you really appreciate it, and you positively reinforce the behavior, because then they're gonna want to do it more, okay? But this whole vibe that you're gonna celebrate the bare minimum, like, wow, he wanted to change his kid's diaper. Wow, he wanted to be on a date. Like, you say thank you. And thinking about it this way, it just helps you become so unbothered and so unimpressed by bestie. It just helps you become so unbothered. Bestie, welcome to the spoiled girly support group.
That antagonist.
How you know?
Or whatever you did to that woman, you had the opportunity to keep that antagonist. Instead, you cheated, or whatever you did to that woman. You manipulated, you lied, you abused, whatever the fuck you did to Haley. And
how you know it was him doing it?
I see exactly what it is. That's why that woman, whatever she doing now, everything else you about to say about her, is completely justified.